What I want to show you is how to use the 16mm part, which is still on this spool. This 16mm part can go onto 110 cameras like this one, and we need to load this film onto a 110 cassette, and I have made the 110 cassettes that are available in different configurations. The first thing that you can see is that here you have the window for the backing paper and the frame counting. If you want to load the 16mm film onto an original 10 backing paper, we also have a closed cassette which is more light sealed, and the lids of the cassette are different because you can have in 400 or 100 film speed. The difference is this little tab here, which is present on the 100 ISO. We'll press a little button that is inside the camera, so the camera knows that you are using 100 film instead of 400 film, so you can load whichever film you want here. We have just got an extra which is 100, so we're going to use this cassette configuration. Everything you see now must be done in dark. So in the dark you need to remove the backing paper from the film and take it all the way like that until you reach its adhesive tape. Then you can use this adhesive tape or other tape to put this little film stopper at the end of the film, which is very useful because since you don't have a visible backing paper into the window, you need to know when the film is finished. So when you have the film stopper in place and you are shooting with your camera, you know that when it is not possible to advance the film anymore, of course it means that the film is finished, so you can stop shooting and you don't make photos without the film. Also, the film stopper is very helpful because it makes so much easier to roll the film like this and put it inside the cassette. When your roll is prepared and tightly closed, you put it inside the cassette, and then you have to put the spool on the other end of the film, so you will need another little bit of adhesive tape. When I do this inside the changing bag, I prepare the adhesive tapes before closing everything because it is easier to have all the parts already there. I also usually stick the adhesive tapes that I previously prepared onto the parts of the film, so I know when to use it in which case. And when you are ready, you just make the film go inside its chamber and you close it, and now the film is ready to be shot. And also an interesting thing that I have discovered is that this shitty camera can shoot unperforated film. I have already tested, and also besides being a very basic and ugly boxy camera, it has the same little switch for the ISO selection here. So here it is, the 110 cassette with its box, which is light sealed, so you are not going to ruin any film, and that's it.